Hey, 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 hello, whoa. Guess what fucking time it is? It's patch day. This shit is out. Q, what's up, what's up? Have you had any luck on the castorice pulls? I know you were saving for her. I'm praying for your RNG. Hey. Good fucking shit. I have a handful of wishes left over, so I can't guarantee that I'll get her, but I think I'm at pity, so I have a 50-50 coming up here. Fucking peak character design. I've got a handful. I may get lucky. I still think I may do the thing where I like split it out over the duration of the stream because I feel like that gives me better luck compared to if I'm doing it all at once. How close am I to pity? This is the one thing I wish that they would implement from Zenless was just a straight up notification saying how long you were from pity. Yeah, I saw the shop. I logged in on mobile actually to claim my Ron May and everything, and I was bombarded with notifications about the shop and all of the different stuff they had going on. This is all kind of new to me. This is all pretty unusual. Okay, so I do have guaranteed pity for the 5-star. It's just not going to be guaranteed the banner character. Like all of this shit. The crazy thing is, looking at it, I'm like kind of tempted on some of it because it is a better deal than stuff that currently is in the game. Go to the banner. What we got? What we got? Yeah, I did. So I swapped over to only 5-stars that I don't own and then Himiko because everyone else I own. And I guess I could use Himiko Eidolons over everyone else that I do have. So this is what my current roster looks like. So even if I lose the 50-50, I would be okay with any of these. Except maybe like Yanqing. I would be kind of sad if I got Yanqing. But I won't slander him too much, I guess. Because he's a 5-star character. Alright. Standard banner pulls. This will be a precursor for our luck. Immediate hit. Alright, what we fucking got? Please be something new. That's not new, but that's still useful. I wasn't expecting anything, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I was that pity on this one. Ooh! Ooh, I don't have her. Also, I think she's actually good. Big. I don't even have any, like, good wind units. I have fucking Dan Heng. That's, like, the only wind guy I have above level 1, and he's terrible. Base Dan Heng, not Imbiber or Lune. What does she even do? She's a Harmony character? Alright, well, that's pretty straightforward, I guess. I am kind of, like, having an overabundance of Harmony characters since I just got, Ron May a second ago, too, and I pulled Robin, like, 2 seconds ago. So I don't really need more Harmony characters, I kind of need more DPS. The current roster is coming along pretty nicely, though. I'm actually getting some good 5-stars. Okay, so she'll have to be built. She has to be built. And whichever 5-star I get from the castorice banner also is going to have to be built. Let's do 110 pull right now to start off, I guess. Okay, that's fine. I can't do all of the gambling at once. I can't waste all of the dopamine. I can just skip this. Hella Halo things, though. I guess that's good because I actually do use her a good bit in some of my teams. She's pretty decent.
Stay focused. Push forward. Stay focused. Push forward.
Alright. And we will revisit that every so often. I guess there's really nothing in here that I actually like want to buy. Even for all like the different fucking notifications they put on this shit, like this is still like 40 bucks if we're going by real life conversion to whatever ratio. $5 for 5 pulls. $1 for 2 pulls. And then the normal battle pass. I'm also finna need some, like, good Harmony light cones, too. Should I just straight up buy this motherfucker? Probably not. Probably the best thing to buy in Starlight Exchange is still this. But, geez, I can buy 47 fucking pulls, bro. I've never spent any money on this, basically, ever. I have, like, a wealth. I have a treasure trove just sitting here gathering dust. And honestly, I probably will get all these light cones anyways. Just in the course of hitting standard banner. It's tempting. If I'm ever exactly 47 pulls short of a guaranteed 5-star where I have the 50-50 guarantee, then probably I'll go ahead and redeem this. At some point. But not today. That'll be the rainy day savings. Alright, let's go back and do some of these new quests, I suppose. I didn't even finish the 3.1 quests. So I still have a little bit of work to do before I even get to the new stuff. I'm trying to even remember what the hell was the last thing that was going on. I guess that's not a bad thing, because that means I'm not going to be doing any spoilers for you if you also haven't finished them, or anyone else who tunes in.
Trinan, did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I saw it. Was that a warning from Oryx?
Triby was talking about possibly being on death's door for some reason. She's been talking like she's about to die for a minute now.
What are you two whispering about?
They're setting some death flags.
Trinan.
Honestly, look, I haven't been wanting to say that out loud because I wasn't sure if you preferred Honkai or Zenless, but I am having way more fun playing Zenless right now also. There's more stuff being added. I like the kind of vibes a little bit more. And also, I'm way earlier in the game, so there's more stuff to do right now. So, I've mainly been playing that. Yeah, the enemies are cooler. I like the main characters more. Some of the playable and banner characters also have really good designs. Granted, that's true in Honkai too. But if Honkai for me is like a 7 or an 8 out of 10 right now, Zenless feels like a 9. Zenless is like a little bit higher on the scale. Holy shit, I was thirsty. Yeah, all the different planets being their own separate regions, the game is kind of also very, like, segmented and isolated. It doesn't feel like it's all part of one universe.
Trian can't even hear our own telecommunication.
Which I guess kind of makes sense, because the whole theme is that we're journeying around different planets and solving all their problems, and all the planets have their own separate issues, but I generally do like the atmosphere of Zenless a little bit more. But having said that, I'm kind of at a point now where I'm caught up to both of the story mode content for both games. So I'll just swap back and forth when something new comes out for either game and play that one for a minute. And then otherwise, I'll just go back to Zenless because, like I said, I have more stuff that I need to do on Zenless, so.
Well, never mind. Trian suddenly feels like this place is quite familiar. There's a whiff of safari.
Both still good games, though.
It's...
I do think that probably Zenless is like the end result of all the experimentation that Hoyo has done on developing gachas before. Like, Genshin and Honkai they're very polished, don't get me wrong, but also they had a lot of like test products and experimental stuff going on. Zenless feels like they're kind of like hitting their groove and they know what to put in a game to make people like it. It feels more polished. It has it's a stronger identity. But again, all of them still good games. I'm not shitting on them. The Chinese faction and Angels of Delusion. Yeah, that too. It does feel a little bit more mature, generally. It is actually kind of crazy that they're releasing Castorice and Vivian basically at the same time, and those two characters look exactly the fucking same.
Is our fate. A futile death is not the solution.
They know that the pointy-eared, white-haired wives is what the people want.
Right here. I summon thee, Oryx. Stir up.
And they both speak in kind of funny ways too.
Something's appeared. Wait. We should read it first.
I'm not reading all this, in all fairness.
Wait. This is a letter? It mentions something about saffron and Treepios?
Isn't saffron that one spice that costs like $1 million per ounce? How much is 1 gram of saffron? $10 to $20. That's, wait, what? I thought it was way more than that. I must be thinking of something else.
Isn't that name... Never mind that for now. Why is this letter here? And how did Trian sense it?
It was kind of just sitting there.
Could it be... our lost memories?
I did the wait, what thing did they do for Miyabi for Cass? Is this a new, like, thing they're doing to try and sell the characters? I wasn't there for the Miyabi release. That was, like, right after I started, right before I started playing. Oh yeah, the cutscene animation? Yes, I did see that.
Is it possible that we were already noticed by Oryx and entered...
Have any other Zenless characters besides Miyabi even gotten that treatment, though? Is that just how Hoyo advertises, like, this is my favorite character, you must buy them? They know where their cash cows are. When they have these character designs and they know ahead of time that it's gonna be a fucking banger, those are the ones they put special care and attention into. I would love to be in those, like, focus groups or whatever for when they're doing character designs and they come up with something that everyone just loves and then they know that they have a golden calf on their hands. Yeah, true. And Castorice, by comparison, is actually like a pretty recent character, like, to be revealed. I mean, she only showed up when this region was revealed, like 3 years into the game's life cycle. I say 3 years, the game's only been out for 1.5 years, which is still crazy to me in hindsight. Or 2 years now, actually. It came out like mid-23.
But why haven't they said a word? Oryx has the whims of a child. Perhaps they're toying with us on purpose.
And that is one of the downsides about... Yeah, because you're right, that is the entire purpose of this anniversary, and there's a giant 2 on everything, so I probably should have, like, thought of that ahead of time. But yeah, Miyabi was there, like, pretty early from the game's release. And also the other thing, too, with that game is, like, since all the characters in one spot, you get a lot of interactions between all of the different characters of the different teams and whatnot. And fucking... in this game, no one ever talks to anyone outside of their region. Yeah, true. Although I did see with this new character they're releasing, it's going to be like a new, I guess path is what it's called in Zenless also. And she's going to train Wise and Bell to be strong and have combat powers when they go into the hollows themselves. So maybe we're at the end of that phase, and Arc 2 or whatever it's going to be called will be focused on the main characters and them getting stronger and them finally carrying their own weight and not being completely fucking useless every time they fall into a hollow, which seems to be very common for them.
Come on, this isn't the right time to be playing games.
Whereas in this game, the oh, okay, well that'd be nice. I wonder if they're eventually going to. Oh, look at Tribute fucking booking it down there. I wonder if they're eventually going to release Bell and Wise as banner characters.
Reconciliation doesn't come easily.
I feel like that is a logical, like, path for them to head down.
Also fragments of the past?
That would go kind of hard. And that would, I guess, be a good way to have them not have to use the HDD. More connections with the characters is good too. The trust events are cool, but they're not like very in-depth. Castorice, why were you there a second ago? Hold up, let me go open this chest. Yeah, and it's funny how useless they are in Zenless, and then in Honkai the main characters are literally walking around with like fucking nukes in their chest. We're like literally walking weapons of mass destruction.
Treeby! Trinan! Look what I found! Is this the safari?
And also the actual playable versions of the main character too are just like stupidly strong. Harmony Trailblazer, ridiculously strong. Remembrance Trailblazer, ridiculously strong. I mean, we haven't needed to. We've been traveling with our goons this whole time. We've had like the entire party behind us for ever now. And actually this whole episode of us being on Amphorius is probably the first instance where in a while where it's not 50 on 1 against every enemy we fight, because it's just us and Don Hung on this planet. And Don Hung's been fucking sleeping half the time like a bum.
Coming! We'll take a look. But Trian, there's nothing in
I honestly can't fault the main character for not going into fights one-on-one either way, because when you have strength in numbers, you may as well take advantage of it. Yeah. Like, we're participating in a murder mystery, basically. We jumped into that, one memory.
What? It was right in the Stolium.
And, solved that one thing that Finon was stuck in. And that was basically it. I mean, we also helped fight the... what's his name? Strife Titan? I forgot his name. But we participated in that fight. Granted, it again was like 3-on-1, but...
Huh? There's really nothing here.
Hold on, I have to look up this guy's name.
I swear I saw it!
Nikador, that's what it fucking was. It's on the tip of my tongue.
I swear! Trian is telling the truth. It was right there. Where did it go?
And even though we didn't do anything, it was enough to get, Fulies, like, to glance on us. So, I guess just off of sheer energy and aura alone, we're able to impress people and get the attention of the gods. No, honestly, I'm not a big fan of Aglaé either. Like, I love her design, but she is so far up her own ass that it like makes it hard for me to believe that she actually has the best interests of us and the citizenry at heart. Like, girl, just like loosen up just a little bit. It's fine. It's not that serious.
Trinan, Treeby, why aren't you saying anything?
If she wasn't so uptight, she would be S+ tier because I love her accent and I love her design so much.
We were just lost in our thoughts. Don't worry, Trian.
Need her to speak to me in a posh British accent and like read me some bedtime stories as I fall asleep.
you saw was likely,
The problem with her right now is that, like,
we must have startled it away.
anything she says that could be potentially calming is... like, it has an undertone that she may, like, slit your throat at any given moment with her golden threads just because you said something wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still trying to decide if I like the overall, like, plot line for this one. For this whole region. I think I probably like it a little bit less than Penacony, but I still like it, more than the Sancho stuff. Yeah. But they do have to have their certain, like... I guess they have to make at least one joke ending per region. They have, like, a quota or something that they have to have one of those in every main quest line, which is fine because they're pretty funny, but it does kind of counteract the whole point of the game, yes. You are correct.
Trying to make us falter? But why would they do that?
I know I have mentioned a couple of times about how one of my favorite, like, indie games of all time is Undertale, which sometimes gets me some concerned stares because of the Undertale fandom being how it is. But the whole point about, like, you're able to alter your decisions and affecting not just, like, the storyline, but, like, the save file itself having meta effects on the characters. And then they had Deltarune come out, which was a sequel, and the core tenet of that game is basically, like, your choices don't matter, which is like, I don't think that's quite as strong as of a narrative to, you know, video game player base. Yeah, and I guess the other thing, too, is we still don't know, like, how strong Elio is. Are his predictions always 100% accurate? Does he know, like, for fact what the future is going to be? Because if he does, then he kind of is, like, the strongest god by a wide margin. Either way, he definitely does some asshole-ish stuff, and he made Kafka and Firefly sad a couple of times, so I hate him.
Something feels off. Treeby, don't you think this temple is a little too quiet?
I think the Stellaron Hunters could have picked a better Archon/god to follow than Elio.
What do you mean? It might just be an illusion, but Trinan wonders.
Scripts can be altered, so the future is not set completely in stone. Really, it's like if there was a movie script but the actors are allowed to do improv on it, as long as they don't change the fucking general plot line. They can make up a few lines here and there as long as they still keep to the story. Yeah. See, and this is why we hate Elio, because he's making Firefly sad and nihilistic. Can't be doing that to my girlfriend. That shit is not acceptable.
Is Orynyx really putting us through a trial?
Honestly, kind of based. What's the point of studying for a test if the test is like have a 50% chance that it just says you're gonna die? Because she still has her terminal illness or whatever. I wouldn't want to be reading it if the odds were what they were that I wasn't gonna make it out afterwards.
Not finding any safari. I suppose we can do without it. Let's try to convince Orynyx. At least they didn't toss us out straight away.
And it's funny because Blade specifically wants to die, so he's like hoping for that. Oh shit.
Look at this! So cool!
These fucking guys again.
So many of us now!
Truby is having a mental breakdown, by the way.
It's really quiet in here. Do all Titans live in dark places like this?
Yeah, there's not. You can't... Like, if I wanted to go hang out with the Stellaron Hunters right now, there's literally no way for me to do that. Because they're too busy hiding in their fucking stowaway base while they're being hunted by, you know, intergalactic feds.
What's going
Because they have a giant bounty on their head.
Disappeared?
Was this where Ornyx was? That motherfucker ghosted us.
Are you saying that the black-robed swordmaster is not just tied to the black,
Yeah, like,
but is also hunting for core flames everywhere?
I like Rappa and I like her design a lot, but her whole thing just felt like a side story. Like a self-contained, like, spin-off episode to the main game. Like, it's like it was like a fan release of, like, an anime that's been out for 10 years, and somebody made, like, their own episode with, like, their own original character, and then just stuck that in there, and then they never have, like, any significance to the overall plot again. Rappa just showed up, like, made music, made friends with everybody, and then just dipped back out to go do stuff. That is actually another, like, group slash region that is basically uninteractable with, is the Galaxy Rangers. Those dudes' entire deal is that they're just flying through space with no goal in mind, and probably can never be located reliably. Speaking of which, that probably also makes it impossible to find Boot Hill also, which is sad because he's another one of my favorites.
This is the most plausible possibility. First,
You just, like,
it has a vessel that can hold core flames.
hope that
Second, I'm one of its targets.
And Axa, shut up. You just hope that they show up on the Astral Express one day, and then you can cycle through their 3 lines of dialogue, and that's your entire, like, interaction with those characters from then on, until the game decides to release more content for them. Yeah, I mean, it fits in, like, for the story. Like, it makes sense why you can't reliably find them. But I want to hang out with my friends. I want to explore all the dialogue options. I want to increase my trust levels and whatnot. And I can't do that because they're fucking about doing whatever they feel like. Maybe occasionally, once in 10 years, dropping by on the Astral Express, but other than that, they're just never anywhere to be found.
Let's start with the first premise. Its peculiar ceremonial blade can interact with a core flame, as evidenced by the pull I felt when it stabbed into my chest. I hypothesize that the blade can sense, absorb, or even retain.
After I get out of this little dialogue, I'm actually going to go through the databank and see, like, out of the characters that are listed, how many do I think that I could, like, reliably find?
The second premise.
Probably it's going to be less than 50%.
When it was engaged in fierce battle with many of us and was heavily distracted, it remained consistently focused on me. Or rather, on the Titan Cersei's side.
I hate that, unfortunately, my, like, 2 favorite characters in this game are Kafka and Firefly, and they're both part of the secret fucking cult that's, like, nobody knows where they are.
So it's plundering the flames. But if your argument holds up, wouldn't they be headed to Akama?
And then one of my other favorites is Argenti, and he's, like, also just gallivanting through space, helping people in need, which is great for him. I love that for him, don't get me wrong. And he's doing his duty as a Knight of Idrilla. But if I ever wanted to see his sparkling red hair in person, I would have to, like, go on a fucking CIA-style manhunt and trace his footsteps across the galaxy and listen to radio transmissions and interview witnesses and fucking stake out outside of his house for years.
Not necessarily. Let's call that person the Flame Reaver for now.
Or I could just text him, I guess.
If my presumption holds, that person has 3 targets.
I keep forgetting that, like, cell phones exist in this
The first
game.
target.
So from a lore perspective, if you wanted to meet some of them, you probably
The second
could.
target is Ornyx, who hasn't yet fallen.
But from, like, what is
And the
actually
third
in the game, you
is
can't.
Akama and the Vortex of Genesis, where the core flames are housed.
Yeah. I do think, generally speaking, I prefer also real-time combat over turn-based games. I have not, like, significantly grinded a turn-based video game before this in my entire life. in general, I like the kind of twitchy, fast, real-time stuff that you actually have to, like, you know, play. And there is something to be said for turn-based games and having to strategize and build teams and stuff, but usually that's not my forte.
I suspect Akuma won't be their first target. Kefali's core flame is guarded by the Council of Elders' arcane power. And Fagusa's water curtain should be able to block out any external...
Geppetto, yes. That was the puppeteer guy in Zenless, right? I fought him in that one phase. I don't know if there was like a second instance where you have to fight him, but I fought him that first time and he was like really fucking easy. So I don't know if maybe I haven't gotten to the evolved version yet. Probably not. I don't think I have. I must not have fought like the full Geppetto yet. Because there have been some cool fights in Zenless. There have been some ones where I was like, damn, this is fucking slick. Like, like the fucking, the biker guy from the Outer Ring who like merged with his motorcycle and became a corrupt being of death and destruction and looked like a complete badass. That fight was sick as hell. And there are a couple others like that that have given me that same feeling, whereas in Honkai it's just like, alright, it's a big guy in front of me, I'll press a button and do a thing. You don't like interact with the character or the bosses and stuff that much.
Their core flames are yet to be restored.
But no, I don't think I've seen the full Geppetto fight then, because that sounds unfamiliar to me.
The whereabouts of Thanatos remain a mystery to all. As for Aquila, can you fly?
No.
This guy's about to be released too, I think, actually.
Why are you asking that?
Can that Swordmaster fly?
Good point. But what if they do grow wings?
If they had wings, I wouldn't have made it out of the grove alive.
That's a relief.
How many people are on the
Anyway,
dev teams for
since
each of the
Flame
Flame
Reaver
games?
has 2 targets, we need to move fast.
You hit the... Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean, that sounds interesting. I have not, like... I don't think I've seen that. I don't think I've made it to the fight where he does that. But also, like, if you're making games with, like, real-time combat like that, you have the ability to make really creative boss mechanics and interactive fights and cool stuff happening. Like, you can just generally do cooler stuff. Maybe that's like another reason why I like the atmosphere of that game better.
The distances between Akuma, the grove, and these potential targets.
Yeah, that was pretty annoying.
We should bolster our defenses and...
When that guy fucking started parrying my shit, I actually got mad. I was like, I'm the only one that's allowed to do that. You are not a player character. Get back in your role as an NPC. Know your place. You're cheating. That one and the Jane Doe fight, both of those had me a little bit frustrated. Jane Doe was basically untargetable for 80% of the fight that you have with her. And I was just getting chunked super fucking hard. Yeah, she was doing her stupid untargetable dash move just like off cooldown. Oh shit, yeah, I didn't even think of fighting Hugo with Miyabi. But if he has like auto parry for all of her attacks that she's doing, like 15 attacks per second, I imagine that just like... It's like that sword slashing sound when the parry goes to clang. It's just like that, fucking bursting your eardrums over and over and over and over and over again. Bad news, Finan. Chibi is missing. The last time the 3 of them were seen was in the Abyss of Fate. Oh yeah, I forgot that all the voice actors for the Hoyo games, that there's still like a lot of drama going on with the strikes and a little bit of bullying going on. I know we had maybe mentioned this in passing before, but one thing that I did not know was that a bunch of the actors that are striking and refusing to work are not actually a part of SAG-AFTRA. They're not a part of the voice acting guilds. So obviously they're going to get fucking sacked in this whole opera. This is just like completely stupid in hindsight. Yeah, I mean there's a bunch of them. Was Don Hung's voice actor one of them? Because he's still not voiced in this questline. Yeah, and in Genshin it was like Paimon's VA and a couple of the others. and maybe they're like all in the similar boat of wanting to protest this, but you can't fucking strike and expect to accomplish anything if you're not part of the fucking guild. You cannot strike if you're not in the union. That shit is not going to work for you. I feel like some of these people need like just general life lessons about how the world works, because the most like socially unaware person in the world would be able to tell you that was a bad idea. These guys are gonna sick the fucking Pinkertons on them. Yeah, I saw Paimon in particular. They were actually just straight up bullying the new voice actors. If they were like again a part of a union, I could almost understand not liking them. Bullying is too far, but by definition, they would be like scabs because they're guys coming in and replacing the work of union workers on strike. Except at this point, the entire strike is illegitimate, and a bunch of the striking voice actors are like withholding their work on completely stupid grounds. Oh, really? What are they striking about now? Like, what's the fucking deal? I do not understand the full, like, context behind the strike at this point. It's getting more and more convoluted every single day. Okay. Well, honestly, that's a normal goal. That's, like, respectable. It's just they're not going about it in a way that makes sense or will accomplish anything. They are coming across as, like, actively hateful and judgmental of new talent and making people not want to side with them, which is going to make this whole operation much harder. The AI thing is pretty reasonable. This one, I don't know. I think every voice actor on principle should be against AI. Pay a fine for not being in it. That also is kind of bad. Like, people have a right to not join the union if they don't want to. Like, in my biased opinion, like, it's stupid to not want to join the union, and you're setting yourself up for failure. But if people don't want to, then they shouldn't have to. And, you know, Hoyo as a company is also not obligated to only hire voice acting talent for people that are in unions. And in fact, as the business themselves, they're incentivized to not hire talent that is in unions because that's less, like, liability for them. Yeah, and I thought Hoyo did too, like, so maybe this was just like a whole dramatic show about fucking nothing, but... It definitely seems like it is, like, significantly blown up in proportion to the severity of the issues they're actually talking about it. Yeah, like, listen. I know I don't usually go, like, oh, massively in-depth into politics, like, when I'm just, like, fucking hanging out playing video games. But when it comes to, like, labor strikes and workers versus companies, I am almost always going to side with the workers and, you know, the unionists and everything like that. Because corporations and businesses, by and large, are some evil motherfuckers that do not care about individual people in the slightest. And yet, in this instance, this whole scenario has somehow managed for me to, like, come to the company's side and be like, yeah, okay, these fucking workers and union folks are, like, really acting up and being so fucking stupid for no reason that, of course, they're going to make Hoyo look good. Yeah, like, this is the one instance where, like, the labor unions are the one that are, like, fucking acting stupid for no reason. And again, also a lot of this too was the actors weren't even in the unions, they were just acting like they were. So I don't know how it has blown up to this degree. Sorry, copywriting Julian fan art saying he owned the copyright for her. Doing it for attention, he's actually... I mean, that has to be a bit, right? Like, how are you, as just some random fucking guy on Twitter, gonna be like, yes, I own the copyrights to this AAA game character, this billion-dollar industry, I hereby claim this. It's not the fucking 1300s. You don't just get to go walk out into the wilderness and claim land because no one has been there before. People created her. She is a copyrighted actual character that exists. Oh, is it some guy who was actually just completely delusional and wanted to, like, own the character for himself? Okay, well that loops things around from being, like, funny deranged to, yeah, sad deranged. That's pretty depressing. If that's, like, guys being legitimate, I hope he is able to, like, get some sort of help. Like, some sort of therapy. Somebody can stage an intervention for him, because holy shit, that is, like, really far off the deep end. I own the copyright for Julienne. That is my wife. You are not allowed to draw fan art of her. I will sue you if you dare so much as depict my wife with another man, or in an unsightly manner.
Are you in here?
I own her.
No response at all.
You know, I just had the thought flash through my head that it's like, it's really fucked up, but if you're going to claim a complete delusional ownership of a fictional character, then at least it's something like Julienne. Julienne is a fucking S-tier character. But still, I mean, ideally you would be doing that with nobody.
Did they foresee that we were coming and hide in the fog, or...
If Julienne was real, I would get married to her. I hope for them to take actions against Julienne and other female characters' sexualization made by fans and by them in their game, make this stop deleting all the sin-containing sexualized contents. So he's, like, trying to protect the chastity of these, like, female fictional characters in a, like, slightly ecchi gacha game with ridiculous jiggle physics that are designed that way specifically to make the characters sell well. He's like, no guys, you aren't respecting their personal autonomy. They're not fucking real, my guy. You need to take your meds. It is way too hard to see Jiu or someone else, but in my case, who she really is, instead of seeing her for her body, even though she's a game character. Way too hard to appreciate her personality because of Booba or Gyat. My god, this guy even is, like, talking in brain rot while he's, like, being completely sincere about his own delusional fantasies. More of a person. I love her for who she is and because she's some sort of mental support, especially when I feel down. I want to love her like if she were real, but good things aren't always real and that hurts. Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna have to find this guy. I'm gonna have to look this up. Actually, I'm not sure if, like, Twitter links are allowed on Twitch, but can you, like, link me to the Twitter account or something? I may scroll this on my downtime when I want to, lose any last bit of faith I had in humanity. But dear God, I hope this guy is able to, like, get a therapist somehow. It's not that fucking serious, bro.
Treeby, we should leave. This temple
It's haunted.
has other people in it. What?
Somebody killed Ornix.
Huh. Listen. Footsteps. Fast ones. 3 or 4 people.
Yeah, that's fine
this
too.
way.
Whatever, medium this guy posts on, and I can see the full extent of his insanity. Listen, I will not pretend that I'm not a member of the Church of Waifuism, but you still have to draw a boundary between that and things that happen in real life. So, I don't know.
Come on, we need to hide. Whoever they are, we can't let them see us.
It's like there was some guy I remember seeing a news article about a guy who actually like gotten married to Hatsune Miku. Like married to the concept of Hatsune Miku somehow. And it was like legally recognized. What if like you actually would have found the love of your life just like out at a coffee shop one day? But you can't be with her because you are legally bound to a fictional character and you refuse to cheat on her in any way, shape, or form. The threat. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just kind of reading the comments of the Reddit thread, and they seem to kind of generally hold the same opinion as you. Is like, no troll would go that far. Dude is pure undiluted crazy. I think the lad's nuttier than squirrel poop. Quote. Man seriously needs to touch some grass. Quote. My god. Maybe the internet was a fucking mistake. Maybe this shit should have never been made.
Come check this out.
Oh shit, it's some aluminum foil.
Trian feels like it's so familiar.
I guess this kind of thing is going to happen though if... Oh my goodness, this guy's back. Okay, nice, yes, the whole Twitter account. It's 13 whole fucking tweets. Oh god, this guy's a VTuber too, man. Okay, hold on, I need to lock in. There's a cutscene happening. Truby's about to die. She just got sucked into a black hole and I wasn't even paying attention because I was reading this guy's insane schizo posting.
Where am I?
Oh, she's fine.
Gray, snowy, and wait, where's Trian? Is she back?
We only saw the two of you collapsed on the side of the road when we arrived.
Danny and I looked around, but we couldn't find any traces of Lady Trian.
Are we gonna be able to find her? I mean...
What about the black-robed swordmaster?
Blast it! Of course it's them. We were still too late. I fear something bad has happened to Orynyx's core flame.
Then Lady Trian...
It'd be kind of crazy if they released this questline at the exact same time that they released Triby, and like one of the triplets just fucking immediately dies.
She doesn't have much divine power left. We can barely sense anything.
That would be quite tough.
That you're both safe is already a blessing. Everyone, we must take action now. We should split into two groups. One group will stay in the abyss and meet up with Aglaya's reinforcements, then search for Trian's whereabouts.
I was pronouncing it as Aglaya for the longest time. Which, and honestly, she's kind of rude, so I don't feel like too incentivized to pronounce her name correctly. I'm not trying to make her happy here.
The other group will come with me to pursue the black-robed swordmaster and recover the core flame.
Do you know where it's headed?
I didn't get to tell you this before, but Anaxa and I already have our misgivings about the Black Tide. So we've made preparations. I'll tell you the details as we move. Opportunities are fleeting on the battlefield. We should hurry.
Lord Finan!
This is a whole ass Triby questline and I haven't even like done it yet.
I'm glad you're alright.
Before I could even get to the castorice questline, which is the thing that actually was released in this patch.
Did Aglaya's people get here?
Yes. Lady Aglaya already knows about the situation and sent along a message. Finan, I understand that swordmaster is of great importance to you. But if you charge in without a plan, I fear that You won't be the only one who dies in vain.
I understand. Hatred is a hero's deadliest poison. I have no intention of fighting alone. If that Swordmaster really is related to the Black Tide, the Chrysos heirs must not take them lightly.
I'm still trying to, like, you know, absorb the quest dialogue and everything, but really I'm kind of just, like, hoping this is over with so I can do another
I have
temple.
indeed planned to return.
That's all I'm thinking about right at this given moment.
Discuss the strategy with Aglaya. We'll need all the help we can get for this encirclement.
Why don't we split up as previously discussed? Hyacin and I will stay and regroup with the enforcements. You go back to the Holy City with everyone and Nelson tell Aglaya about your plan. Look, and also, maybe I'm just nitpicking, but this is another, like, very, very, very minor complaint I have about this game, is that, like, some of the dialogue is just, like, really drawn out and expository for, like, oh, here's what we're gonna do, here's what's happening. It doesn't feel like the characters are just, like, interacting with each other so much as just, like, constantly making plans. It's like, I don't really care that much.
Kanan will stay in the Abyss, too. That way, both sides can communicate with each other if anything happens.
I'm just here to go kill some shit and rescue the triplets, man.
Thank you, everyone. Partner, Treeby, let's go. We're back, Aglaya.
You should have come to me first, Finan.
Every region that kind of has, like, this quest line, though, at one point. Like, it's the plan for the final showdown with the big bad or whatever, and then they spend, like, a really long time, like, setting things up.
Aggie, there's no need to scold Snowy.
But we're still kind of in that
danger.
phase right now.
I know. It's beyond my imagination that the only two titans humankind can still rely on fell in such quick succession. I've never seen the golden thread pulled this taut. Finan, tell us your plan. Time is of the essence.
You know, I'm pretty sure Aglaya is also not very, like, popular amongst the community either, because I have seen as little discussion for her as I have seen for literally any fucking Honkai character in history. And she's like the primo first character that was released for the entirety of Anforius. And, like, no one really gave a damn. It's all been castorice simping.
This being is not just hunting titans, but taking the core flames too?
Which I guess is really just a symptom of the fact that the Honkai player base has good taste.
Yes. Just like the Flame Chase journey is doing. Professor Anaxa thinks the Flame Reaver's arrival is likely a sign the Black Tide has spread further.
Regardless of whether you're right, this being is still far more aggressive than we expected.
But its madness is also an opportunity for us. If its goal is the core flame, then that means us humans can lure it into a trap.
Sounds reasonable.
Anaxa had already left the Holy City with Cersei's core flame while we were on our way to the Abyss. So he can make preparations for the battlefield.
Tell me, what makes you think this won't end with us losing another core flame?
Because this time, the power from beyond the sky is also at our side.
I still haven't forgotten that you motherfuckers shot us down the instant we got here. No, it doesn't. Like, this is all filler. Like, all of this dialogue is filler. There is not it's not necessary for it to all be here.
He is the key.
I don't actually mind the fact that we're going off on these, like, self-contained episodes that don't even directly involve the gods. Because, again, the main, like, story arc for the game is that we are traveling adventurers that solve problems for people in need, whether or not their problems involve us directly. But a lot of it doesn't feel very, like, I'm trying to think of a good word to describe it. Like, it doesn't matter to, like, stuff that we would actually care about.
We need your other companion, too.
Mem, do you mean me?
Whoa, Mem just spoke a full sentence in
I
English.
see. Finan, that battlefield you mentioned, is it Castrum Kremnos?
Yes. I'm sure everyone remembers the astonishing miracle our partner here performed with his companion during the battle with Nikador.
Yep, more
And how
exposition.
they awakened Castrum Kremnos' past.
I was there for that.
Will be the key to our victory. We will use Orynyx's power to once again open a passage to the past and lure our enemy inside.
I like my lore when it's like shown rather than told. I know show don't tell is like, you know, the classic advice for anyone writing anything ever. But I feel like we've been doing a whole lot of telling and very little showing.
Then we'll seal the Flame Reaver in the maze of time.
Impressive. Orynyx has fallen, and Yanis's divine power already belongs to Akima. Once we take back the core flame, the Swordmaster will have no means of escape.
Or we can just go in there and kill the motherfucker because we're gods and have been glanced upon by 4 different eons.
It's very clever, using the element of surprise instead of brute strength. Can you do it, little one?
Having said that, I am curious about who this black cloaked swordsman is. This guy's like the strongest enemy that we have faced thus far, and everyone is fucking terrified of him. They have done a good job at making him scary and intimidating.
Yeah.
Yes.
Such enthusiasm. I'm glad to see you're confident. By the way, the Council of Elders declared a state of emergency when Treeby went missing. Kynus and her following have heard tell of the incident at the Grove, and are galvanizing support in secret. I fear she'll make her move before the next assembly of the citizens.
What are they plotting?
That short-sighted politician likely believes the Chrysos heirs have outlived their usefulness, and is making preparations for her next step. That ugly side of humanity is something we'll have to deal with eventually.
Bro, I don't give a fuck about the politics.
That's a problem for another day. I've sent castorice ahead to the council with a message. She should be able to keep the situation under control for the time being.
Just let me talk to castorice. Let me flirt with her a little bit.
It is my hope that we can come to an understanding on this. We must take down the Flame Reaver in one go, and retrieve the core flame. And in doing so, grant ourselves an advantage against the Council of Elders.
The Flame Reaver is the Black Swordsman guy, right? I will say, for, he turned up recently in the Forgotten Abyss or whatever in one of the PvE contents in, like, the very last stage. And I'm getting to a point now where I can, like, almost clear the very, like, last stages. Not full 3-star them, but I can do them. And one of them had that guy in it, and it completely fucking one-shot my team. That dude is ridiculously strong. Yeah, no, he's badass. I like him a lot. I should make his ass a playable character, too.
Of course. You may count on me to
Why did we just shade the black? What changed?
I apologize for tasking you to spearhead the plan once again, but Akima is currently beset by enemies from within and without. The situation brooks no delay, and we have precious little time to confer and discuss the plan with you. That being said, you are the key to our success, and I shall respect any decision you make.
Every time Aglaya speaks, I have also not been able to stop thinking of the fact that you mentioned that she has the same voice actor as Gwenaifen. Literally the two most fucking polar opposite voices on the planet, and she makes them sound completely distinct. Very impressive. How to make sure your plan will work, guarantees safety. I trust Mem.
Thank you for your aid, and to the rest of you as well. Now, let us be off to begin the hunt. May carefully sharpen our gaze and grant us victory over the enemy.
Who are we missing?
You mean Mighty? He's dealing with a different problem.
Fucking pan over to Mighty and he's like playing tag with a group of 6-year-olds in the baths. He's just having the time of his life. Everyone else is fighting to their deaths.
Don't worry. That man would never miss out on this fight.
He's having his own side story arc. Okay, never mind. It's something serious.
My dear friend, you must lead us back home.
You and I We're both the same. We feast on strife and fear.
If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate,
Just doing a little meditating,
then
as
prove
one
it to me
does.
once more, mighty Mos.
I knew you'd be here.
I heard you're about to set off on an expedition.
That's right. It's going to be a tough battle, and our destination is... turns out to be Castrum Kremnos.
Is that why you're here? To pray to the dead Nikador?
No, just
That
the
was your
opposite.
god, not mine.
I'm here to tell you, you can entrust the front lines to us this time. You can't afford to lose your upcoming battle either.
Have you heard the story of Geocles the Mountain Breaker?
No, but I'm sure you're gonna tell me now.
Sounds like you've spoken with Cartonus. That's the name of the legendary mountain dweller, right?
Let's have a chat before we go our separate ways. Cartonus told me that back in ancient times, the mountain dwellers lived in seclusion. They spent their days quarrying and gathering,
Dwarves?
living a simple and peaceful life away from strife. But Geocles was different. He resisted their traditional way of life, yearning for the world beyond the mountain. They're safe, but humdrum culture was like fetters around him.
Imagine like Moana wasn't about like a Hawaiian girl, but it was like a mountain dwarf trying to leave the mountain. I would watch the fuck out of that.
He sounds a lot like you.
Yes, that is why he too faced the same dilemma as I do. One day, during one of Geocles' many ventures beyond the mountain, he spied a battalion of Ladonians stationed at the foot of the mountain. The Ladonians were at war with their arch-enemies, the Companions, and they used the mountain as a base to carry out guerrilla warfare operations. When Geocles, who had taught himself the common tongue, approached a soldier, he learned a shocking piece of news.
9/11 happened.
Ladonians were planning to plant mines and explosives all over the mountain, and then lure their enemies.
Wait, actually it was.
With danger lurking with every step, the mountain dwellers' homes were no longer safe. Geocles quickly returned to his village to bring the news to his people. But...
Let me guess. They refused change and chose to put up with the situation instead.
that's right. The mountain dwellers were fearful of even the smallest change to their lifestyle, let alone leaving their home.
I am a dwarf.
Despite the imminent war,
And I'm digging a
the
hole.
elders would rather negotiate for peace instead of leaving the mountains.
This is all I know how to do.
Geocles both angry and sad, but he didn't give up. If you were in his shoes, what would you have done?
Lead my people on a resistance, perhaps. I'm not sure. I can't think of a solution that would make everyone happy.
A solution that would make everyone happy, huh? That's how naive we are. Well, let me tell you what Geocles did.
I'm also like, for these two characters, I like them, but not enough to pull for them. I didn't pull it all on the Mighty Banner, and probably I won't on the Finding Banner when he comes around.
He took the mountain dweller's store of gems.
They're alright, but I still like my guys
With the
stupid,
Ladonians
and these
for
two are like
amassing
pretty
enough
smart.
Gunpowder. But he didn't do this to fight the Companions. Under the cover of night, he set ablaze the forest surrounding the settlement, forcing his people to flee the mountain. That great fire marks the beginning of mountain dweller history. Since then, their people became part of civilization, and giants became a common sight in the holy city. Meanwhile, that mountain they once lived in has turned into little more than foam inside the black tide.
But leaving their homeland also brought many mountain dwellers misfortune.
At least they tried.
They were hunted by Kremnoans or enslaved. Indeed, that is undeniably also part of their history.
So it was a lose-lose situation,
That is Geocles
basically.
for you. The merits of his actions, or lack thereof, have been scrutinized by many, but historians nevertheless hail him as the Mountain Breaker. Why do you think that is? It's simply because he took action and enacted change with his own hands. He didn't try to make everyone understand him. Nor did he even waste time trying to make everyone happy. He started a great fire and burned the shackles of tradition to ashes. And then forced everyone to march toward the coming of a new era.
Hell yeah, good for him.
You've made up your mind, haven't you?
I'll be leaving Akuma soon to fight the great darkness of this world. And to shoulder Nikador's destiny.
I mean, I will say, for all of like the complaining I've been doing, I am also pretty excited to see King Mighty. I am excited to see him like fucking lead the charge and take over the mantle for his people and become like some sort of god king.
So, listen well. If there comes a day when we meet again on the battlefield, and I stand opposed to the flame chase, remember to stab your sword into my back through my 10th thoracic vertebra. That's my weak spot.
He can die?
And the only way to kill me.
He's got an Achilles heel in his spine? I thought he was like also suicidal like Blade. I guess he's not completely suicidal. He's got stuff he wants to do. But in theory, this guy actually could kill himself.
You have my word.
Yeah, but at least it's in the spine.
Go now. Battlefield calls. Send that flame-thieving hyena to their death.
It would be like even funnier if it was like, you must stab me 3 inches below the mole on my right thigh at 2:33 p.m. in the afternoon on a Tuesday. Yeah, honestly, where the fuck is the 10th thoracic vertebrae? I'm googling this. So it's like right in the middle of your back. You just have to saw this guy's spine perfectly in half and that's how you kill him. Yeah, imagine Mari was like, you must stab me in my latissimus dorsi.
If you find yourselves with no other recourse, pray to that blade in the sky. And loudly call out the name of the new god.
I hope we don't have to kill him. Probably he's chill. I bet he stays nice.
That's the sound of an all-out war. Not the kind of ruckus Professor Anaxa can raise on his own. Let's hurry. The battlefield is just ahead.
Sure. Okay. We are now at a good stopping point. I can do more polls. I have been literally in dialogue for 45 minutes, by the way. Zombies, what's up? What's up? Oh shit, we hit. 50-50 time. The zombie luck returns once again. You pop into the stream for 2 seconds and we hit. Castorice, here we go. This is the 50-50. So it's not actually a guarantee. Number 5. Sorry, this one was 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry, first incorrection. But still, I do think... Ooh, this is new. Hey! Still haven't lost a fucking 50-50 on this game. Still have not lost one. Holy shit, now what? I wasn't expecting it this early into my fucking poll stash. That would have been crazy if you got the exact poll down to the fucking minutiae, but still, you called this was it, and the 50-50 would be successful. Yeah, I was just thinking that. I might, you know what? Sure. I actually don't have a problem with doing the system like this, where if I get the character under the banner rate, then I use the remaining pulls that would have gone to the banner on the light cone. So these last 20 odd pulls we can use on the light cone and just try it. Yeah, you step into the room and you're carrying the RNG is flowing behind you like some sort of sparkling magical particles. What does this do? So she does damage based on HP, right? That much I've seen from her kit. So we've got Honkai Vivian. This hits. Okay, this one didn't hit, but the next one hits. I probably should be doing more pulls in the light cone banners anyways, because I don't have any good fucking weapons for like 2 or 3 of my characters. I don't think I need an abundance light cone though, that's pretty trash. This one hits. Fuck. I don't have it. So I need to get Harmony. Harmony, Destruction, and Hunt light cones is what I need right now. But still, holy shit, we actually got our fucking girl. And also, we got Bronya 2 seconds ago, so now I'm doubled up on shit that I gotta build. True, like, what the fuck am I gonna give this chick? Like, the only good Remembrance light cone I have is already on Remembrance Trailblazer, and this one... Where's crit damage? I mean, who is this better on? Is this better on castorice or RMC? Fucking... Who deserves it more probably is the better question, because it's literally the only Remembrance light cone that I have. You know, we're gonna do a couple of single pulls for the rest of this shit. Surely there will be a good purple Remembrance light cone somewhere in here. Are there even any purple Remembrance light cone, or is the 5-star one the only one? Whole new ass path and there's fucking nothing built out for it yet. They're gonna run into the same issue with this character they're finna release on Zenless. Damn. Okay, so there's 2, I only have 1 of them currently. Oh yeah, and because I just got casters too, this also means that I now have the fucking global revive passive in all of my fights and stuff. Which, I'm still not sure how I feel about that from a gameplay design perspective, but if it's going to exist and be broken, I may as well take advantage of it. Yo, what is this animation? What the fuck was that? That was cool as shit. I've never seen that. Fuck. I don't have the ability to give her what she truly deserves right now. The gold tickets. Which one of the gold tickets? I think I've already claimed the free ones that I get from, Are any of these are Remembrance? They're not. None of these are Remembrance Lycones. There. Oh yeah, this is the one that I claimed the Ron May from. The exchange shop. Wait, how do I do the animation or whatever? I mean, I could hit this. Is this worth? Is this what you're supposed to do instead of buying all the light cones? I want to verify. I don't think that I probably will need any of these. Let me double check and make sure. Where is damage to debuffed enemies? I don't really think I need that. Use them for pulls. The only... This may sound like lame, but I may buy the Bronya one. Because I don't have a good light cone for her either. She would... Well, actually, I do have at least other purple fucking Harmony light cones. This one sucks because it requires 2 Harmony characters. This one would suck because I don't have a second wind character, so it would have to be this one. Which maybe it's usable. But in terms of how much I need light cones for Bronya versus how much I need a light cone for castorice, I definitely need the one for castorice more, so I may as well fucking send it. I'm not opposed to that. No, I haven't. Should I just, like... Ooh, actually, I made, like, a run on the Divergent Universe here in a second. I already completed it for this week, but I can, like, test out her shit. Alright, we're sending this shit, by the way. 50 whole fucking pulls right here. Used it entirely on the weapon banner. I'm gonna be really, like... I'm really conflicted about doing this, because also I could use this to get, like... characters that I want, but... Tell you what, we'll split these out through the course of the stream and I can see how I feel about it as time passes. $50 pulls is so fucking many. I don't know if I've ever had that many at once. Wait, light cone? Oh, whoops, yeah, that was the character banner. Yikes! Whoops. Good thing that didn't hit. That's just 10 pulls closer to pity later. Nihility crit rate light cone. Who the fuck would use this? Oh, Acheron, I guess. Why am I only getting Nihility light cones? That's one of the ones that I don't need. Alright, I'm gonna... fuck it, one more. Alright, I used all of my luck on castorice, so it's whatever.
No way.
I do still need the good remembrance light cones, but it may not be this one
to assist.
that I end up getting.
What's the situation on the front line?
Nakaman, why are you here?
I'm happy we got her like 50 pulls under 8.
What? Didn't Aglaya tell you? We have been instructed to assist you in trapping the Flame Reaver.
Aglaya, that vile usurper. I spit on her name.
Same, bro, same.
Our king will be back soon. He'll be able to deal with you. And
Oh shit.
Black Road.
And he died.
The Kremnoans really are.
Okay, cool, cool. I'll do like a dungeon run or something after this.
May your glory last forever. Did they come to fight on their own accord?
Let's see, what do I need to farm at the moment? Which one, what set does she need? And do I have any pieces on it? Data is being compiled. People don't even fucking know yet. Probably it's this one though. It's the remembrance one. Where's Memo Sprite crit damage? That sounds reasonable. She is also a quantum unit, so she could do something like this. HP and crit rate? Oh, is it a new one? Let me see. How do you actually... Which one of these is this? So it's the one that comes with the Memoro Sprite one. So I can farm 2 for 1, basically. Huge. Dude, I don't even know how to, like, actually find these things from the... Oh, also part of it is that this actual menu disappeared from up here that has all that stuff on it. Oh, I have to completely exit the challenge without saving. I only just got here. I can quit.
Need something? If not, then I'll be leaving.
Okay, now I can actually like look at this shit. I'm guessing it's one of the new ones. Planar ornaments, no. Materials, no. Here we go. These are the new ones. Wind damage, no. Ice damage, no. Quantum damage. Is it this one? This one doesn't have a HP on it, but crit rate is still usable. I actually have probably farmed this a good bit because I was farming for that set for Remembrance Trailblazer, but what better place to test out our girl than here? Alright, so she's like DPS, right? So let's try... Damn, you already got her up to 80. You had some fucking shit banked. Let's see. I'm not gonna sit here and fuck with the team. Yeah, you were prepared. I, unfortunately, am not yet at the point where I can, like, bank up materials to do stuff yet, because I still have many characters that I already own that are not fully built. God, I have to level Bronya, now I have to level castorice, now I have to level Ron May. I'm just, like, over-spoiled with riches right now and not enough resources to spread across all of them. Castorice is definitely going to get priority, I think, then Ron May, then Bronya. Yeah, I need, like, Huoho or somebody. The only two sustain units that I use in any of my teams right now is one team has Aventurine, one team has Gallagher. Oh yeah, shit, I bet Lucha is good for her. But I already pulled Ron May. I think I probably would prefer Ron May even now that I have castorice.
Resonate all together.
I will protect all beauty.
Okay, wait, let me turn it off in fast mode.
Beauty is eternal.
We have to properly soak in these animations. Okay, cool. I have Gallagher built, so that's fine. Yeah, the only two DPSs I ever use are Adventure, or sustains I ever use is Aventurine and Gallagher, so... I'm sure situationally there are better sustain units to be using in some teams, but... those are the only two I have that also have offensive capabilities, which is really what I need for my teams right now.
I will protect all beauty in the universe.
Argenta, you want to stop stealing fucking turns?
As you wish.
Okay, so she summoned a black hole. I should have brought a sustain actually because castorice is sucking out all of my team's health.
Echo because of me.
If she gets an ulti off. She may kill herself and everybody else before that.
Please, wilt here.
What charge is it?
Endless riddle. But the answer.
She has a different ult bar compared to everybody else.
The door to a whole new world.
It's people losing health, right?
For a moment.
Yeah.
Let it captivate you.
Nice. We're also probably gonna get to test out the res because somebody is gonna eat shit.
You've just got to expand your thinking.
I grant you this, as you wish.
I should have brought a sustain. Alright, let's see the res. Oh!
Beauty is eternal.
It works on multiple people at once.
Our
Alright, so we're gonna have to probably abandon this one because we're gonna die before we get our ult fully charged.
Nothing but a boy.
I didn't think this team come through when I was like originally assembling it.
Raise barriers of the unknown and watch them crumble.
See if she gets one off here.
Please, wilt here.
She did not. No one even lost HP because both of them were already at 0. Alright, probably we don't need a Venturine. We need an actual healer. That would only really be Gallagher out of all of the units that I currently
no matter
have.
where I am in the future, I will definitely
Hell yeah.
hear your singing.
Yours is, I'm sure yours is definitely better than mine. But I just like slapped some random main stat artifacts on her and she fucking one-shots everything, bro. Herta is so ridiculously busted, I swear. Who can be the main DPS on this team? Yeah, no, she is absolutely crazy. It's wait, no, Tribi, not Tribi, wrong character. I was thinking she like even as she's an erudition unit, but she also is really good at just like single target DPS, like if you're killing a boss. Her shit is insane.
Hold together. Resonate once more.
Alright, actually, let's
Mix things up.
I shall remember.
fast forward until we get an ult charge off, because we've seen this skill plenty of times.
My friends, indulge yourselves.
Alright, we're really close.
Fleeting.
Do it, here we go.
Embrace new life, Pollux.
Oh my god, that guy looks fucking sick. So Pollux, that's like the entity of death that she controls. And he was showing up on her idle screen just now. Oh my god. What the fuck was that? She transformed the whole battlefield. We're now in like hell. This motherfucker is still going.
I only wish that death may protect
There's a whole nother animation on it. Bro, what? She has like a whole phase that she does when she ulties. That's crazy.
I grant you this, as you wish.
Beauty is eternal.
Fucking quantum damage out the wazoo is coming in hot. This is actually also huge for my account because the only good quantum unit I have is Ching Shui, and she's like okay. I haven't been able to justify building her over some of the other characters that I have. But since castorice is a new 5-star, I'm sure she's going to be absolutely fucking broken and will one-shot everything, so now I have a good quantum DPS to slot into my teams.
Please, wilt here.
Let me see if people have already added her to the tier lists.
Indulge yourself.
Honkai tier list. They usually update this shit as soon as characters come out because people have like been sitting on the resources to build them and can put them into teams immediately and test them. Yup, absolute shocker. Castorice is in SS tier.
I grant you this, as you wish.
The harmony will soon play in unison.
Which I know that's like pretty common because they need to sell the new characters. Okay, nice. We get to see it again.
Embrace new life, Pollux.
This big motherfucker comes out.
Indulge yourself.
We're back in the realm of the dead. Someone does an attack. This guy breathes fire for a while. Holy shit, that goes on for so long. And then he goes again. fucking hell, that is a lot of animations and damage. They gave her a whole ass movie in the middle of her kit. Alright, cool. So I guess I'm gonna give her that set, though. When he explodes, he heals. Yeah, sure, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't she just have, like, everything that you ever would want in your kit? Alright, let me at least find this set, and maybe I have, like, decent stuff that I can give her. What does she need, probably crit damage and HP exclusively. Speed or HP boots? Probably HP boots. Break effect, maybe. HP and crit rate, check. IPC, okay. Ooh, you're a full-on fed now. Crit rate, probably. Do we know who the next IPC character is going to be, or are they, teased? Damn, I don't have any fucking crit rate bodies. It probably won't be too long until the next one does come out, though. It's been a while since we've had a new IPC character get released. HP crit damage. Anything with like 2 stats that I need, I'm basically just sticking on there. Ooh. Crit rate better? Defense, lame. I really am gonna need more crit rate. I don't have enough, like... to guarantee that I'll get crits every time. Break effect is probably also fine. Yeah, true. Hertha did kind of steal the spotlight for a little bit. Speed, crit rate. Speed, crit rate, break effect. Alright, well this set fucking sucks, but it will have to do for now. Planar ornaments is a whole nother thing. Yeah, it would be kind of insane if they released like 2 god tier characters back to back like that. God. What do you have on her? Can I check? Can I reference material? Can I use a cheat sheet? What the hell is this set? I don't even recognize this. Is this a new one? It's fucking purple. It's like her. Here's a... Oh, I see. Yeah, this is definitely going to be the one that you want to have on her, and I don't have a single piece of this yet. Alright, we'll come back to that.
Goddess.
I'm not going to sit here and, like, look at numbers for the entire duration of the rest of the stream. That'd be lame as fuck. But I will do a couple of quick power-ups on these and gamble on some good substats. Please crit rate. Please speed. Please break effect. Fuck you. Please HP. Please speed. Please crit damage. Fuck yourself. Please HP, please crit damage. Please break effect. Hey! Alright, this one piece will actually probably be pretty good. Rolling artifacts is always just like, it feels like a waste of time. It never rolls good. This one, however, is going to be pretty fat. This one actually will be probably used on her for a long time. The rest of this shit is replaceable, though. I need to farm this set some more.
To Drilla.
Alright, cool. Well, we're started. We're like 1% of the way through building castorice, so still a lot of work to be done. I guess I may as well go back to the fucking main quest line now.
That's the sound of an all-out war. Not
Yeah, we did all this. I highly recommend it. I have not invested a ton of resources into him, but I was slotting him in some Hertha teams, and he actually feels better than like
send the Kremnoans to assist.
easier or Robin in a lot of places.
What's the situation on the front line?
If I had some Robin constellations, probably I would be like using her pretty much everywhere, but as far as a buffer goes, I feel like he is just as good in some of these situations.
Hockerman, why are you here?
He was turn cycling the fuck out of Hertha. She was getting ultimates off, like, just off cooldown.
What? Didn't Aglaya tell you? We have been instructed to assist you in trapping the Flame Reaver.
Aglaya.
Oh, we've already listened to this guy too. He literally died in the middle of us talking
They
to
come
him.
to fight on their own accord.
Y'all are struggling, man. This guy chill? You fucking suck, dude. Dumbass. I didn't even really need to fight this guy. He was kind of just minding his own business.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
God, not having things in fast forward actually reminds me of how slow normal mode is. This shit is mind-bogglingly slow animations.
Beauty is eternal. I will protect all beauty.
I like how I have this fuck-ass team now on here because I was too busy testing out castorice. We've got 3 supports and an Argenti.
Wretched and fleeting.
Watch your head.
Flesh.
I saw some YouTube video, got some guy building crit damage Robin. It's mainly just because she can apply so many buffs, but he made her do like a fucking million damage with just a basic attack. Alright, let me make this shit normal again. What was the team that I had on? I think it was like a Joyeux team. Because they actually, for the most part, have quantum weakness. Free-to-play head-ass team. Whatever, we're not thinking too hard here.
And remember, we're all in this together.
I'll leave the enemies.
We're almost there.
Yoink.
See.
But I got blinded?
See.
Oh, hey girl, what's up?
Take back the core flame, Yanis's passage will open. When that happens, you must evacuate immediately. Don't stay behind. The rest will be up to how well we work together.
We always work well together.
Remember what Mighty said before? Cast aside all distractions once you're on the battlefield. Let's go, partner. Today, destiny shall stand with us.
Look at Anaxa holding his own against this guy.
Pent in the memories of the dead. Executioner.
Fuck yeah, here we go.
You sure know how to keep a man waiting. Any later, and I fear the Titan would have sacrificed me.
Frail child of humanity, and 'tis more effort keeping you hale and whole against that
Oh my God.
blade than it is in seeking the truth.
Damn, I should have ran a Hertha team actually. I forgot this. Okay, actually, yes, we're gonna redo this entire operation. Because I think you actually need AoE to deal with this guy.
Ah, Mr. Stellaron. Time for us to reveal our true value to one another.
Unfortunately, I don't have a good lightning.
You sure know how to keep a man waiting.
Or
Any
ice
later,
or
and I fear
quantum
the
secondary
Titan would have
erudition unit.
Frail child of humanity, and 'tis more
Damn, I literally
effort
can't
keeping
autoplay it, by the way.
you hale and whole against that blade than it is in seeking the truths of the world.
Wretched and fleeting.
Hedge your bets.
I will protect all beauty.
I guess we're in serious mode for this quest.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
This one returned to victory.
So you have to kill like a certain number of these ghosts, otherwise the attack that he does right afterwards just immediately kills all of your units.
Never seen perfection before. Expand your thinking. Mimi!
Mimi.
Sure, I'll play along.
Curiosity. Endless riddle. Nothing but a boy.
Spend freely.
Oh, whoops. I didn't actually mean to use a skill point there. Sorry, Hertha.
You're trying to overwhelm us with something.
Dude, Aventurine makes all these fights so disgustingly easy, by the way. I haven't had to worry about a story mode boss fight in so fucking long.
Never seen perfection. Open sesame. Watch it crumble.
My guiding
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
That's just completely ignoring all the damage boosts and stuff.
Watch your head. Hedge your bets.
Look at all this ice damage coming out.
Nothing but a boy.
And AoE too.
Get ready, Croc. Can't hold out much longer.
Long last.
Did it work? Bro, what?
How embarrassing.
This motherfucker literally just cut through space-time to get back here?
Down from the sky.
This city is mine anyway. So why shouldn't I go through the front door?
Hell yeah, put his ass in the dirt. Alright, well the trapping did not work. He just time traveled of his own volition with the power of his sword.
Long time no see.
Oh shit, okay. I see you, Mighty.
Beauty is eternal.
Sure, I'll play along.
Another benefit of
Protect all beauty.
RMC is that he's very skill point positive. Makes using all the other erudition units and stuff way easier.
Curiosity. Endless riddle. Nothing but a boy.
You don't gotta do anything on him.
Wretched and fleeting. Till I will protect all beauty. Such petty tricks.
Expand your thinking.
I'm killing all the ghosties.
Watch it crumble.
This attack is gonna go do no damage.
Leads to self-destruction. I
See, fucking nothing, bro.
Well fought. That was a good opener to the ceremony. We honor the fallen gods with this fight to the death.
I never have the patience to save up for Argenti Ultimate 2, by the way.
Is eternal.
The dice have been cast. Bust.
Ow, bro, he actually popped the shield.
Or maybe I'll take it off.
Open sesame. Curiosity. Endless riddle. Nothing but a void. Expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown.
It's time to end this.
Oh, is it gonna be winning the game, losing the cutscene? A classic amongst bad guys in video games. Damn, bro, when did this guy learn to punch out fireballs? Shit.
Heroic souls of strife, heed my call. I am the Lance of Fury. The agony this world needs.
Fuck yeah, dude. That was pretty sick.
Witness this. The new god has come to cast.
He disassembled that guy into a fine mist. See, if there was some more shit like this in this game instead of like just 3 hours of explanation to get here, I would be like hopelessly addicted.
But are the rumors true? Has Oryx fallen?
It's as the Council of Elders.
He punched the fuck out of that guy.
We face a dangerous threat. Yet the Chrysos heirs are only inciting more chaos. They don't care about the people's safety.
They really gave the core flame of strife to a Kremnoan at the end.
What a noisy crowd.
We're just like racist against Kremnoans up here in Akima, by the way.
Probably because Oryx is gone. Oryx was a generous titan in the eyes of the people. They graced us with miracles, allowing humanity to reap many a convenience from the past.
What they don't know is that the Titan didn't do all of that of its own volition. Regardless, the Titan has fallen, and we must surrender Oryx's core flame.
Who's gonna hold that one?
A meeting with that woman again so soon? I just can't catch a break.
Anaxa has the smartness core flame. Fucking nobody right now has the strife one because nobody was capable of handling it, but it's in our possession. Somebody still needs to take the time core flame.
Professor Anaxa, why don't you find someplace to rest first? Matters that require Aglaya's attention are piling up. You two meeting again.
Oh, somebody's holding on to it full time now?
My honesty.
Awesome. He's handling it a lot better than Finon was.
Just try to stay on your best behavior, if you know what I mean.
Old Nikador seems to like him a little bit more than he liked Finon. He was putting Finon through hell.
That's not up to me, I'm afraid. I've been trapped in her prison the moment I set foot in this holy city. The price of having a Titan living in my head, I suppose.
I will say, it does make a lot more sense for the Titan of Strife to be like living in the head of a guy who's just so fucking mad all the time. Like, Mighty is just furious constantly. Nikador probably got in there and was like, oh hell yeah, so comfortable, I'm right at home.
Don't worry, I don't want trouble either.
They have differences in ideology.
Does anyone get along with Aglaya?
Alright, I suppose that's putting it lightly. Don't worry, you'll figure out the intricacies of these relationships sooner or later.
I'm sure you don't need my help.
I guess Truby does.
Ornyx's core flame. So I'll be off. I have some personal matters to attend to.
Yep. I do feel like he's gonna turn into a villain.
He has closed himself off even more after he completed his trial.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have had that whole dialogue about, here's how you kill me, stab me in the spine. He's gonna have a heel turn eventually.
Yeah, a lot has happened in the past few days. You've been lost in thought for a while now too, Treeby. Did Trinon bring news?
Yes. She has found Trian.
This whole thing got like swept under the rug, by the way. How is she?
She was at the bottom of the valley outside the temple. But that's where the good news ends.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. They also found someone else besides Trian.
She died?
He was no better than a corpse when Trinan and Hyacinth arrived. He had suffered more cuts than could be counted and leaped off a cliff from a great height. All to free Trian's body from the clutches of the black-robed
Body?
swordmaster.
Did she actually die?
What a brave soul. Do we know who he is?
Yes.
Wait, were they really?
It's Crateros.
Now there's only two?
Stop! If you want this girl dead, you'll have to kill me first.
Oh, so she's still alive.
How ludicrous. Your body made of flesh and blood as it is will not survive more than a single strike from me.
Valorous death before glorious return. As a Kremnoan, I know not the fear of death.
How you think I got these scars, bro? I'm certified badass.
She's lost her divinity. I have no interest in an empty shell. But answer me this, child of strife. Why do you raise your shield for her?
Wait, hold on. How many tributes were there? The very first thing that came up when I searched that was Google auto-correcting how many tribes were there and telling me how many tribes there are in the Star Trek episode The Trouble with Tribbles. Spock calculated that a single Tribble with his rapid bleeding rate could produce 1,771,561 offspring in 3 days. Alright, cool. Close enough. I'm going to take this as how many tributes there were.
As the leader of the
1,771,561
against the black tide with this very shield. And I've done this over and over. Hundreds and thousands of times. A pathetic killer like you could never understand the weight it bears.
Fuck yeah, dude. Call this guy pathetic to his face. He is.
Pity and crumble like rusted iron.
Good. Supreme glory shall be mine, as I indulge in the libations and incense offered by my descendants. Come, let us fight. For Kremnos, for my king.
We're gonna teach this guy the true meaning of battle and he's gonna become a good guy. Did he die? I bet he died. He was kinda old.
We foresaw this cruel parting 1,000 years ago. Today is but a reminder of that bitter taste.
Oh, I guess she is dead.
But Lady Aglaya, I don't understand. It wasn't life itself that Lady Trian lost. Why does she look like she really turned
Oh wait, that's actually her? I thought that was like a manifestation of her.
I don't understand.
Don't be sad, Hyacinth. Trian has used.
So that's what happened to all of them. They all, and that's what the representation of the dolls was. I see.
Her spirit is now riding the west wind, flying ahead to a world free of sorrow.
That makes that whole thing even creepier. All those things appearing at once.
That truly exists.
Oh no. Does the other one die too?
I mean, everyone from the Grove is there too.
It exists, Hyacinth. Do you not
If it hasn't
know?
happened yet, it's going to happen.
The prophecy that guides the Chrysos heirs is the voice of Kefili before it fell silent.
Odds aren't good. At least the other two will live on, and the people that own Treeby and can play with her as their character, because I'm sure they do some triplet power-ups and team-ups and shit.
It loves all of its creations dearly, and would never bear to lead us astray with lies. What about the Crimnoan veteran? How is he doing?
The Twilight Courtyard has done all we can. Even so, we've only managed to keep him from breathing his last.
He's a tough cookie.
I had to use the Sky Priest's techniques to help him to walk again. But if light ever disappears from Akama for good... No. Let's hope that never happens.
This is already nothing short of miraculous. When we found Kratos, he was nothing better than a corpse. Alright, the Flame Weaver guy was wrong. He said, you will not survive more than a single strike. He actually survived a single strike.
The parting hour is upon us. Yet the golden thread runs slack. The heroes have returned with their spoils. Everyone, please take this opportunity to rest and prepare for what awaits us. You've returned
Comic books.
and brought tidings of triumph.
Oh nice, I'm holding on to it now for some
Truly a
reason.
moment worthy of celebration.
Oh, like extra backstory for some of the characters.
It's incredible to think that we returned Nigador's core flame not so long ago. It wouldn't be an exaggeration.
Yeah, that's like the format they have all the cutscenes in Zenless, which I like.
Melted the glaciers of history.
You could say this is the true face of history. It slumbered for 1,000 years, only to awaken for this one moment. Alas, now is not the time for a study of history.
Yeah, that's a good format. I like that a lot for the cutscenes and stuff. It's quick, it's easy, it gets to the point. It allows them to be stylish with the artwork. The only downside is it's static, but it doesn't really feel static because it's constantly like moving and doing stuff.
I do not see a Naxa around. Was this under your instructions, Finan?
Yes. It just seems much more efficient than letting you two go at it endlessly.
A rash decision. After all, he still bears a core flame with him. I do...
He doesn't say core flame, she says core flame.
Efficiency, though. Now, let us table the issue concerning him for the moment. The more urgent matter is the core flame of Orynyx.
I'll hold on to that one, y'all can trust me with it.
The Chrysos heirs had initially crafted a plan regarding the order to return the core flames. For titans like Orynyx and Circes, who harbor no intentions of harming humanity. Our strategy entailed assuming their divinity only at the very end. But this unforeseen turn of events has thrown everything into disarray.
If we don't return the core flames to the vortex of Genesis, and we leave the Titan's divine positions vacant, we can't even begin to imagine the disaster that would follow. But the most pressing issue at hand is that we haven't found the Chrysos heir capable of bearing Orynyx's divinity.
We already know it's gonna be me, let me do it.
Finan, Castorice, Mighty, and Hyacinth. Trepi and I devoted a millennium scouring the world, only to find these few people. Only a chosen few possess the capacity to assume divinity. The elite among the Chrysos heirs. We would never hastily extend our invitation without first verifying their potential to bear such power.
I don't mean to brag, but I'm already like 1% divinity, and how many fucking gods have looked at me and granted me their power?
Yet we cannot compel anyone into divinity, as it would be no different from sentencing them to the gallows.
Truly a dilemma.
Yeah. How about letting him give it a try?
Here we go.
Mem special, mem.
She did another sentence in perfect English and then immediately went back to speaking in nonsense. Memory Palace.
I see the Reaper has forsaken you too, teacher.
It simply put my life in the hands of the Twilight Courtyard.
He's doing pretty good. He doesn't look any different, actually.
Priest girl's medical talents are truly exceptional. She might be far from the ordinary girl we envisioned, but this isn't about me, Mighty Mos. I saw it. You finally decided to embrace your own fate.
Yeah, but don't try taking credit for it, asshole. I know you wanted it for selfish reasons.
The power of strife is stirring a tempest within me as we speak. My bones have turned into steel, and my blood is seething in a blaze. Past rulers of Kremnos could only aspire to this might, yet I have emerged with it.
Why exactly was Finon the original supposed inheritor of the Strife Core Flame? Mighty was just sitting there that whole time, like obviously the superior choice for him to take it. Finon tried to take that shit and immediately got his ass whooped. Like he was not capable of dealing with it in the slightest.
I've made history, and henceforth divinity and kingship shall coexist as one.
Indeed. You've realized the aspirations of every former king of Kremnos, and now you can at last bring our people.
Probably that was some shit Aglaya was wanting, and she's just wrong about everything.
Glory of Kremnos.
Unfortunately, I harbor no such desire.
What?
The prophecy is just like almost as fucked up as Elio's script. Just completely wrong.
Past. Devotees of Nikador's might banded together beneath their feet and erected a city of their own.
Yeah, and Aglaya was just kind of going along with it.
Kremnoans have served as the blades wielded by the god of war, following the Titan's path in its conquest.
Yeah, and I'm still like, I'm still paying attention, but I'm not like sitting here trying to absorb everything like if I was reading the fucking like novel or really engaging with some thought-provoking stuff.
Yet, gazing upon our history through the lens of my newfound divinity,
Stuff just happens and I'm like, dude, that looks
I now
fucking
see it
sick.
with unprecedented clarity. This history is sheer absurdity and inferiority. People surge onto the battlefield like ants, plundering and slaying for their own greed, only to be trampled upon like ants.
You just said like ants twice.
The city and the beliefs that Kremnoans hold so dearly, alongside the supposed tradition. Mere anthills that can be crushed with a single touch in the eyes of the Titan.
Are you trying to strip Kremnoans of the pride we've amassed over thousands of years with mere words?
Calm down, Boomer.
That pride holds little significance, Kratoros. Now that I've assumed the divinity of strife, my next step will be to renounce the title of king.
Hell yeah, bro, we're going under democratic rule. Kremnoans will hold free and fair elections where democratically elected rulers will be able to decide who we can declare war on.
No!
Convey my message to every Kremnoan. This is an order.
Do not do this, Mighty Mos.
That was a new animation. I've never seen anybody do that.
I beg you.
Our history commenced in the year 2506 of the Light Calendar, concluded in the year 4931. I, Mighty Mos, last king of Castrum Kremnos, son of Gorgo.
He's so terrified.
Claim the Kremnoan dynasty comes to an official close today.
I like how you can literally just like declare that a dynasty is over and that it's over. Oh, yep, I just say this.
You have killed us. You have killed us all.
No. I am granting you a new beginning.
What is this?
My mother's signet ring. It served as a symbol of kingship. And I now imbue it with a fresh significance.
I wasn't expecting him to do this. I will say, this does seem kind of out of place because it seems like the Kremnoans at large did want to, like, resegregate and go off and form their state back up and go be independent.
Take it, and rally those who have lost their identities. Convey the words of Mighty Mos, now ascended to divinity. You no longer need to chase fleeting honors or face death on the battlefield as if it were your sole destination. However, you must adapt to fit into the city you once observed with indifferent eyes.
They are very eager to leave this place that has like treated them pretty well though, so I don't know.
Fate awaits Amphorius. No matter how illustrious a dynasty may seem, it crumbles to rubble and gravel before formidable foes. Yet, you shall tread the only path out. One that leads to a brand new world at its end.
Why task me with being your messenger? Why not explain all this to them yourself?
Because only humans can guide the path to be trodden by humans.
And I am no longer a human.
It's not the lot of humans who crave the power of gods and spiral into madness for it, but humans who stand ready to raise their shields high to protect the lives behind them.
I failed to save that child.
That is irrelevant. As demigods, they have long been prepared for it. What truly matters is that you showed up there and shielded her.
The one who persuaded Aglaya to set me free that night. Was that you, Mighty Mos?
Yes.
She's not one to easily make a concession. What did you offer her?
The obliteration of our dynasty.
I staked my mother's name to guarantee the integrity of your soul to her. I promised her that I would dedicate all I have to the Flame Chase journey.
And what is next, Mighty Mos?
The Flame Chase journey, I would assume.
Where will you be headed now?
To the place where I belong. To fulfill my promise. The madness that has plagued Nikador and the darkness that has consumed Amphorius. It's now my turn to fight against it.
Alright.
There are some people to meet with before I leave.
Pretty respectable.
Let's go.
Oh, Mighty Mos is leaving. Shit, where the fuck's he going? I thought he was gonna help with this whole time, but he's just going full on aggressive against Nikador's enemies. One more 10 pull on this and then we'll call it. At least for pulling, not the stream. I'm still gonna be streaming a little longer. Oh shit, it hit! Please remember it's light cone. I was like feeling sad that I wasted as many pulls that I did and didn't get anything good, but it actually has a worse rate than the character banners. But now we got something. Big. Hey! She is ready. Castorice is fucking ready. I still need to go like get her traces and shit up. But this shit is fucking peak. And that too, but no one cares about that. Ooh, banger. Max HP about 30%. This seems like it would actually boost her damage by like an absolutely fucking insane amount too, so. It's not even a 50-50 for the light cones, isn't it? It's like better than that. Cool, I'm glad we did that. I think this is going to be my new strategy going forward. Is if I get characters under pity, then I do the thing, but if not, then I don't. 75-25. Man, I would have been sad if I used that pull and didn't hit there. But still, this is the difference between actually being able to use her and having a blue light cone on one of my remembrance characters, so. I would have had to juggle that one fucking purple one and never been able to put these two on the same team. Which maybe there are cases where you would, but for the life of me, I don't know like what teams I'm going to be building with these characters yet. Any greenies left over? Damn, I've hit 5-star 3 times in this 3-hour stream. And that's not even counting the free Ron May that I got earlier, too. The RNG has been fucking flowing. That one may have been on pity, I'm not actually sure. No, I'm gonna run out of these things again, though. I've got a lot of these left over, but... guess we can... start with this bit, too. This actually made me excited to build her. Before I was like kind of dreading it because the sheer amount of shit that you gotta dedicate to this,
Look, light is coming in.
And I'm still not gonna have nearly anywhere near enough to like play with her anytime soon, but nevertheless, this is only my second character specific. Please, 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 please. How close am I? Oh, fuck. The only other one I have is Aventurine, and I feel like that one's also been pretty cracked and helping me do like a lot of damage. I'm pretty sure you were there for that one too. Fucking nuts. Insane that I got this, actually. I am cheesing. And on top of that, Pele E6.
Stay focused. Push forward.
This one seems kind of useless because I don't like have a lot of attack on her. But still. So today's entire haul has been Bronya, Castorice, plus Castorice Light Cone. Crazy stuff. Shit, I already bought all this. Man. Alright, that's enough staring at things. I'm gonna try and finish this one quest line before I call it a day entirely. But this is like the most productive Honkai stream in history, I would say. Not even amongst myself, but of all other streamers that have ever played the game. Obviously. I haven't gotten, a single, like, double 5-star pull in any 10 pull in any Hoyo game, though, so I guess I can't be said to be the complete luckiest. I've seen some people get, like, 3 or 4 5-stars in one 10 pull, but that one has still eluded me. But I'll still take 3 over the course of, like, 70 pulls. It was actually more than that. I probably did about 110, 120 pulls today. Because I had 40 banked up, and then I got 50, and then I did like 20 on the standard banner. Nice. Eventually, I will do that or something similar, but not today. If I had one more of these, I could do a 10 pull right now. Is there one I can buy for like in-game credits and not spend real money on? Sure. This worked for me a second ago. Can we do 4 5-stars in one stream? We cannot. Damage dealt by Werewolf's follow-up attacks. I was just talking about wanting to build small Herta. This would be good on her. But that's gonna have to be a way in the future type project now because I have other stuff that I gotta do first. That one's a little more boring.
You're here, my Demos. It seems that you are prepared.
Yes.
I am leaving town.
You aided Akuma through yet another trying ordeal. And my gratitude knows no bounds.
Isn't that exactly what you wanted?
Not everything unfolds according to my plan. In the current state of the world, I can only proceed one step at a time. You are ready to dedicate all that you have, regardless of the promise you made to me, aren't you?
You're not gonna be. You can't lock a good man down. You can't trap a mighty Mos in a city like this.
Throughout my time in the Holy City, I've gleaned valuable lessons from you. Strategy.
I figure I probably was. It's coming up to like an epilogue type section.
Ability to change.
Well, you have a good night then. Thanks for stopping by and also blessing me with some RNG.
I've come to realize the
Your presence is much appreciated.
Quality you possess.
Sleep well. Have a good night.
And what is it?
Probably I also will not be on much longer. We'll finish up this quest line and call it just because that'll be a good stopping
the
point.
Magnetic allure in your presence. It draws people to gather around you willingly, to seek your guidance.
Look at this guy giving compliments. I don't know that I necessarily agree with him, but...
They strive not to disappoint you, not due to fear of repercussions, but out of sincere alignment with your ideals. That is precisely what every ruler of Castrum Kremnos has been missing.
I am truly honored to hear that. And now, my Demos, you have risen as the most powerful demigod in the world. How do you intend to wield this newfound
I like how
power?
him ascending to godhood, he basically looks the exact same. Like, he physically has no changes. He just also now has the ability to shoot 100-foot tall crystal towers at people and shred them into a fine dust.
I shall see Nikador's aborted mission through to completion and become the strongest bulwark for Amphorius to defend against the Black Tide.
That's a lot more noble than just caring for your people, actually. He's looking out for Amphorius
I
as
will
a whole.
secure enough time for the flame chase journey until you manage to lead everyone to reach the miracle of Genesis.
My Demos, a new chapter awaits Amphorius. Yet, the one who guides the people to the destination need not be you and I.
Huh. What did you see after assuming Nestia's divinity?
Despite the passage of 1,000 years, every word of that prophecy remains as vivid as ever.
So, is the Romance Titan, like... basically, like, the... not just romance, but, like, the general love for all humanity Titan? Because I would not think of Aglaya as, like, a very romantic figure. Not even just in, like, a romance, like, oh, dating and marriage and whatnot, but, like... a true love for humanity and your ideas and everything. She's like very pragmatic and very serious and very cynical. It seems kind of antithetical to the core of the Titan she supposedly has.
You shall have your final bath in warm and radiant gold.
Just as cryptic as all the other prophecies.
What's the reason for the laughter?
I was just thinking. If an ordinary person encountered these words, they would probably stay away from the baths for the rest of their life.
Yeah, but I like baths.
But I cannot forgo the delightful experience a bath offers.
You could also just not go in a bath that has gold in it.
So, I assume you also glimpsed yours, my Demos?
One day, you shall die with a wound in your back.
Well, that is a rather straightforward scenario.
Yeah, no vagueness in that one.
If I were to be terrified by drivel with no basis, I would not have attracted your gaze and joined the flame chase journey in the first place.
Oh, but it probably is fine on that Killzone though, because he's the only one that knows that.
You speak the truth. May you be destined for a powerful fate, and may we reunite in the promised new world. Farewell, mighty.
I gotta say bye to everybody. I know I was just talking about there being too much dialogue in all these, but how far up in this thing can I go? Oh. There was a secret waiting for me. Giving me my freebie. Thank you.
I offer you the captivating aroma of a rose.
5 stellar jades closer to my next 5-star. What are the upcoming banners, actually? Let me look this up. Right now, also Fugue, Zhaochu, and Acheron are out, which is
uphold the principles of knighthood.
also kind of a
Beauty and courage.
really strong banner. Next is Hyacinth. Hyacinth's 5-star? I thought she was going to be a 4-star for sure. And Cypher, which I don't really care about either of these, I don't think.
I shall uphold the principles of knighthood. To champion beauty.
Cypher's pretty cute, I guess. I don't know anything about her, though. I may hold pulls for a minute. I may go back to saving. And wait for some of my favorite rerun characters to show up in the next banners. I still want, like, Boot Hill. I still want fucking... Let me look at this and, like, see who we need to prioritize. I still have my list from somewhere written down, but... Topaz would slap. Beijao would slap. Boot Hill would slap. I don't need Jade as much anymore, actually, since I just got, castorice. I think the top units that I have remaining... Top 5, let's say. In no particular order. Boot Hill, Black Swan, Fei Xiao, Topaz, and Imbibiter Lune. And then we would have like a B tier of like Rappa, Lingsha, Fugue. Jingliu maybe. God, when was the last time Jingliu was in a banner? Acheron would also be nice, but she's not mandatory. She can also be in the B tier. Yeah, I'll wait until something in the S tier shows up because I probably need to be like picky with my pulls. Who's vibrating? Is that you? What was that all about?
Is Lady Trebios not here?
Lord Mighty!
Hyacinth. So you are the physician Krateros spoke of. It's no wonder then that he was...
She does kind of look like a 5-star character, I guess. I'm just used to like...
You have my gratitude.
This character just being like Barbara.
I can take that as a compliment, right?
I've heard about what happened at the Grove. I'm deeply sorry for your loss.
I've heard far too much about death and grief recently. To quote Lady Treby, we should all focus on tomorrow, shouldn't we?
That's a valid point. You've always been the most optimistic one among us.
I saw somebody post a screenshot of like this character and Barbara right next to each other. They basically are the exact same. This one just has cotton candy hair.
Well, I must say, it feels quite incredible to see a new demigod standing right before me.
You should prepare yourself as well. Humanity has already taken hold of strife. And one day, it will also reach the sky.
Do you really believe I can do it? Even my ancestor, that hero of legends, couldn't conquer the
Who's
core
your ancestor?
flame of Aquila.
Given your good rapport with the demigods, you should know that the path to assuming divinity is never limited to swords and spears.
You've always been so perceptive, Lord Mighty. Rest assured, if fate has truly selected me, I'll be ready.
She has a very slight accent. I can't place it,
You
but
are here looking for Lady Treeby and Lady Trina, no? They're not around at the moment. Is there a message you'd like me to pass on to them?
No need. I've already bid farewell to Aglaya. Meeting with the Oracle is simply a matter of courtesy.
he can't stay here for like another day or two and just like make sure he says bye to all of his people.
I'm heading back to Castrum Kremnos to fight against the Black Tide. In all likelihood, I will never again return to Akuma.
Oh.
I mean, you really can't just come back for like a snack or a vacation every now and then, bro.
Second thought. There is something that I'd like you to help me convey to them.
I'm all ears, Lord Mighty. I'll make sure to convey every single word.
Tell them that there is no longer a need to send scouts behind enemy lines. With a single message, the Lance of Fury will target anyone who dares oppose Akuma.
Oh yeah, we got some strong allies. One thing I didn't mean to check a second ago before I started getting into all the dialogue was what castorice's eidolons do. Snowbound Maiden, Memory to Tomb. That's pretty big. Just a flat 40% damage boost and execute. So instead of losing HP, he gets a stack for free. Pretty big. Hers don't seem mandatory. This one seems really fucking good, and then all the rest of them are like, okay. This one's also really good. Anything that does res pen is just insanely broken in this game, I've come to understand. Probably be faster for me to, like, do this. Yeah. Better than taking a whole fucking trek across town. Bid farewell to the Trailblazer. Wait, why am I? Oh, yeah, because I'm playing as Mighty, that's right. Alright, so that's the final thing that I need to do, so I'll come here last. Just wait. This fastest. There really is not a single teleport close to any of this shit. Oh, a puzzle. Alright, I don't know why that works, but it did. I didn't really think too hard about it. Yoink!
Oh, I do like surprises.
What do you even do with this? It's not even worth doing those for purple relic sets for shitty shit like that. Hello, castorice. I now have you in my party.
I'll be embracing my destiny before you do, castorice.
Can you feel Thanatos right now?
I don't feel them at all. Regrettably, you have been painstakingly seeking that Titan for so long. Have you ever considered reaching out to me for help?
You mean...
Death refused to ferry me. If you were to send me to the Netherrealm, I may uncover clues along the way back.
He probably would be able to come back from the
I
Netherrealm.
would never do that, Lord Mighty. Death is not a game.
You're right. That may very well be the reason why my people have struggled for millennia. They underestimated the significance of death.
So, are you returning home alone, Lord Mighty?
Did someone say Home Alone?
Returning home, you say? Maybe. At this moment, Castrum Kremnos is not just my birthplace, but also my fated destination. Work harder, castorice. Go and do what you have to do. so that the trials we have endured may have meaning.
I will, Lord Mighty. May we reunite on the other side, where the warm west wind blows.
I would say, if I was on the Flame Chase journey, I would be the most pissed off if I found out that my overall, like, story was to get the core flame of the fucking Death Titan. That sounds like the most miserable one. I really can't interact with this thing. It looks like I should be able to do something with it. Where's this trying to take me? This one. What? I'm looking at the wrong marker. Cartonis. This fucking guy is still here, bro. He's getting sparks flown directly into his open eyeballs. He is not following proper workplace safety. He's not even wearing like a welding mask or anything.
The King of Kremnos, without the signet ring, but looking more like a king now.
No longer the king, Grand Craftsman.
Yeah, I dissolved our fucking monarchy.
Matters not the title. Surpassed all former kings your achievements have.
I will honor your trust and liberate the world from the clutches of fear. Nevertheless, I must request that you continue to watch over Phynon, Cartonis. I have a feeling that his fate will weigh heavier than all of ours combined.
I hope he's able to toughen up by the time his fate comes around, because he kind of got shit on in this questline.
I will. Return to your home, brave king. Together with everyone, I shall remain here. That thunder from Castrum Kremnos, we wait to hear.
Has he always rhymed, or am I only just now noticing that? A true poet among us. A poet and a blacksmith, a man of many talents. Mighty.
Outlanders? No. Trailblazers. I will soon make my way to Castrum Kremnos. If all goes according to plan, this may be our final meeting. I just want to let you know that I appreciate everything you have done for Amphorius.
We're still stuck on the planet, by the way. Reflecting on the past and moving forward to the future, a challenge I've faced as well. Though we never had a chance for a deep conversation, after all we've experienced together, you were also an ally of the Trailblaze, Mighty.
That means a lot to me. May success accompany your trailblazing wherever it leads. How about you let me guess what's on your mind?
Say something nonsensical.
Are you gonna say something insane again, Trailblazer?
What are we going to do without you? No, he was actually being sincere. Just smile if you don't know how to respond. I have a feeling he was gonna say the opposite of whatever I picked anyways.
Now that I bear the divine within me, I can get the vague feeling that you have a great significance for the future of Amphorius. With this departure, fear that I will never again return. Can I entrust you both to watch my back? And to continue supporting the Flame Chase journey in my
To watch my back and stab it if absolutely necessary. We'll do everything we
You
can.
have my gratitude. Then, farewell.
Hold on.
Yes?
Let's at least snap a photo together, capture this moment, shall we?
Sure, let's do it.
Take a photo with a god. Take a selfie with a god. It's on my bucket list. Speaking of selfies, when the fuck is March gonna get involved in this quest? Look at these handsome gentlemen. Looks pretty good. What do you think, Mighty?
Well, feels peculiar, I suppose. I'm not talking about your photographic skills. It's just that I rarely take photos. But this one, it's pretty good.
I never fail to impress. I'm glad you like it. Make sure not to leave any regrets behind.
I wish the same for you during your time in Amphorius.
Oh yeah, this one's gonna be the hardest goodbye. I haven't even checked like in March's room on the Astral Express. If I go into her actual room, is that big fucking like ice block gonna be there on her bed? Alright, how far is this guy? Brother, he's 6 inches from a teleport. Why are you trying to have me run across the entire fucking state?
The prince is here! Run! Hold on! Lord Mightimos isn't the prince anymore. He's now the guardian of Amphorius.
What's going on?
What is going on? Oh, the crowd is gathering and I'm gonna have to say goodbye to everybody?
We salute the guardian of Amphorius.
Status effect? Oh, okay. So this is just permanently active now. Yes, this actually specifies that this works on multiple characters.
It's been... I should have known you were the mastermind behind this.
Hey, don't go pointing fingers without cause. I swear I'm innocent this time. See those kids over there? They're the ones who brought everyone together.
I admit, that took me by surprise.
The guardian of
Seriously just
Amphorius.
going to sneak off without a word with me?
Well, I was actually on my way to bid farewell to you, but ended up running into this.
Oh, that's quite an honor, I suppose. We better not leave them waiting too long, don't you think?
The road to Castrum Kremnos from here is long. Perhaps it...
I completely forgot about these dragon
bad
guys.
idea to take a moment and etch their faces in my memory one last time.
This guy is really talking like he can't take a single day's break of fighting the Black Tide to come back to Aqua and see all his friends and family.
More than just the Kremnoans here.
I'm thinking... maybe it's about time the god of strife gets a new name.
I don't think we've come back here since we first showed up in the city and this
God
place was getting devastated.
Solidarity. Or preservation. Dong Hung mentioned that one to me.
March has already taken that title. Get a new one.
It's about time for us to part ways. Any final goodbyes you want to share? This might be your last chance. Why so quiet? I thought divinity would wash away some of your sentiments.
I'm still the same guy, I'm just super strong now.
Do you truly feel as carefree as you seem? Or is this just a facade you wear?
You know what? You sound just like Aglaia at this moment. But you're not off the mark. I just thought that putting on a nonchalant front for this occasion might help us preserve some dignity.
I can see through your deception, even without the power of mind reading.
Am I really that terrible at controlling my facial expression?
Come on, man, you guys are buds, just hug it out.
Well, with that said, thank you for aiding me in defeating my archenemy, Mightimos.
No need to thank me. This triumph brings no delight, nor does it signify closure. You understand that more than me.
Indeed. In the end, I still haven't unraveled the mystery behind that black-robed swordmaster. And I can't even ascertain their demise.
So that's the other thing too, is if we just stuck him in the past, what if he's just like sitting in a corner waiting and he actually can just show up again at any moment?
Maybe I've never managed to cut off my destiny.
But that matters.
Because time travels forward at a
Pain
normal
may
pace.
be cured, but scars remain. This should not be effaced. Even with the divine might of Ornyx, You cannot stop the past from leaving its marks in our blind spots. Can you genuinely let go of everything as soon as that Swordmaster is dead? That's impossible. Revenge is merely an obligation that must be carried out. And no one can find mental fulfillment through
This
it.
guy, like, ascended to godhood and immediately just, like, achieved enlightenment. Revenge bad. Live for yourself. Find purpose in your life.
You're right.
Look forward. Chew up and swallow your past. And make sure emptiness and bitterness are not the only flavors you know. Remember that there is a whole world behind you waiting to be saved.
This is a nice little town.
I will keep that in mind.
I have a final favor to ask. Please look after the Kremnoan warriors in my absence. They will undoubtedly face challenges while assimilating into Akama. It is my sole regret that I cannot stand by them during this time.
Man, this guy now has to, like, try and integrate the Spartans into Athenian society. That one's gonna be tough.
Do not worry. Leave it to me. And, while I'm at it, I'm going to find out if the Kremnoan language is really missing that many words.
The Kremnoan philosophy can never be encapsulated in a mere dictionary.
But we do have words like encapsulated.
But
I guess he's speaking Akaman.
if there's a chance in the next life,
Akaman.
you should come visit my library.
That wasn't really a nod he gave just now.
Be
That
on
was like
my
a look
way,
of disapproval.
Deliverer. Remember to stay alive till the final act.
Yes. Same goes for you. Don't die too easily.
I can't die at all.
May triumph always be yours, Mightimos.
And so, for the grace of God, he goes.
Oh, right. One last question.
Go ahead. You better not leave any regrets behind.
Are you the one who told Cartonis about the signet ring?
Well...
Not even gonna fucking answer it.
Get up, my son. You showed great courage in today's training. Let's wrap it up for now.
I still think it's funny this lady's name was Gorgo.
Yes, Mother.
It's like an alien.
There's something I want to ask you.
What is it, Mightimos?
Why must we learn to fight?
It is for glory and honor, my son. For Kremnoans, mastery of swords and spears is ingrained from birth. And the battlefield is our destined end.
Is that really
the way it is, Mother?
What makes you say so?
Because you don't sound entirely sure.
You're right, Mightimos. I once believed those words, without question. Until your
When
father...
did these guys reunite? So I thought Mighty Mouse was an adult. This flashback, he had like a kid voice.
It was at that moment I realized how everything I believed in was utterly hollow. Perhaps the spirit of Kremnos had once existed. But as greed bloomed in the hearts of humanity over the years, such spirit had long faded alongside our glory. I no longer put my faith in any oath or doctrine. Now I have just one role, that of your mother, Mightimos. Your guardian.
That dream always ends there.
Oh, I thought we were done. There's more.
The journey back to Castrum Kremnos is proving to be longer than expected. Krateros said that Shortly after my fall into the sea, my mother challenged my father to a duel. She died through father's treachery, and I never saw her face. Yet each night she would show up, waiting by the flickering firelight.
Then how do you even know about this
I
dream?
always anticipated the sequel to that dream, believing she had more words of wisdom or guidance to offer. But now, I think I finally come to understand. That is all she wished to tell me. And now, I too am left with but one role.
Burn home.
It is time for this journey to reach its end.
Look! Midamos is back!
Yeah! Hey guys, y'all missed me?
Glory belongs to you. We've got fresh pomegranate juice. Want to try some?
This is kind of sad because none of this shit is real. Your entire civilization is dead. Sorry, Chief.
How was your training? Ooh, say, come and check out what I just wrote.
Ptolemy.
Did you just come back from training? It's been a
I'm
while.
gonna beat you at the festival.
Welcome home, Midamos.
We can live here in the ghosts of
Have
your
you found
civilization.
something to-
I still don't know why he thought Phanon would have to kill him. Hell yeah, sick ass fucking throne.
Mother, I am home.
Fuck yeah, dude. Just R forming on the throne of blood. New god was born. On that day, the Kremnoan dynasty, which had lasted for 1,000 years, came to an end. We're still not done. Long ass fucking epilogues for all these quests. In every quest in this game, really.
We smell sunlight and the wind of Akama. This was your favorite spot, wasn't it, Trian?
Just gonna leave the doll here.
Lady Trian, why did it have to end up like this?
Take it easy, Cass. Departure is a part of life. It's just that ours isn't as tumultuous as it is for ordinary folks. When we started our journey, Yanis had already provided their prophecy. Just like how that Titan divided themselves to create the countless passages in the world, it's only natural for us to follow the same path since we inherited their destiny.
If you don't mind, Treeby, are you still willing to unveil that past for us? The past regarding the prophecy?
What do you seek to learn, Snowy?
Midamos has left the city to face his own fate. That is, the fate of every demigod. We will all eventually let go of our past to follow the same path as his.
This guy's talking like he's already a demigod. You failed your trial, buddy.
So, what I want to know is, as Amphorius' first demigod, what compelled you to take the first step on this journey? And what has sustained you to make it this far without looking back? Despite the fracturing of your body and the numerous departures you have endured.
Teacher, are you sure about this?
Dee is already doing what he has to do. What reason do we have to keep it from them? Let's go, everyone. Let's go to the Abyss of Fate and see how it used to be.
Sure.
That's great. Thank you. Trinan, would you mind?
Tribi, are you not coming with us?
I want to stay here with Trian for a bit longer.
I see. We'll be off then. Take care.
Since you have made your decision, then let's proceed as you wish. See you later, teacher.
Cass, are you not going with them?
No. I'd prefer to remain here to accompany Lady Trian.
Such a sweetheart.
She hated being alone.
What's this?
A little gift that I had hoped to deliver to her personally. Though fate had other plans.
Oh. So, you saw us arguing that day?
Yes. I figured Lady Trian would like it a lot.
That's sad.
So I bought it.
I see. Cass. You know, I recognized it immediately that day. It truly is an authentic piece from Yanisopolis.
Then why?
It's just that Trian had forgotten far more things than I. For example, she forgot that this glass object meant something unfortunate according to the traditions of our homeland.
I'm sorry, Lady Tribi. Should I?
No need to apologize, Cass. At that time,
We actually need to rip off that
I didn't
vendor.
want her to be trapped by our past, especially considering how much time had passed since we left home. But now, it might just be the perfect gift for Trian.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. While you and I have long accepted this absurd fate, they
She's the
remain
original.
fresh and an experienced teacher. Don't let the weight of that cruel prophecy crush their spines.
But it would be even more cruel if we allow them to ignorantly fall before the gates of the new world. They will eventually need to know the truth. We just need the right opportunity. This, to me, feels like the right opportunity.
So, this is how the Temple of the Three Fates looked back in the day.
At this point, Yanisopolis still resides under Aquila's protection, yet it is already fated for decline, and only contains a beautiful facility.
Now that we're back to just like the constant expository dialogue, my level of excitement has gone way down.
Because Amphorius has entered Era Bellica.
Yes, strife remains distant from this part of Amphorius right now. But in 5 years' time, at the same entry hour, this temple will become the source of another war.
Then, where are you at this time?
Right over there.
Why does she look somewhat different?
Because that's Tribi and I'm dead.
It's because we don't quite recall how we used to look.
Oh, my apologies.
Please don't. We should be the ones apologizing. Come, everyone. It's time to witness our last conversation with Orynyx.
You're here, Orynyx.
I can understand it now.
This is our memory.
Also, I guess she has an old lady
Senses
voice
are
because this
also
is back when
aligned
she was
with
an
the
adult.
trivios of that moment.
False prophecy, huh? So you still think that way?
Spreading the prophecy will only kindle disaster. That disaster will tear you into 1,000
The black
pieces.
tide has already arrived, and Yanis remains in slumber. If even the god of passages, known for guiding mortals, cannot resist this catastrophe, then what can we do against the incoming destruction?
Not get involved with the core flames. If you do that, you can still remain
Those
chosen by fate.
would never have their family taken from them. And how can I alone remain safe and secure while watching the entire world crumble before my eyes?
This might be our last conversation, Oryx. I will do everything I can to protect you from the Black Tide.
The family she just mentioned.
It's our mother. She fell from the spot into the valley a long time ago.
Should have put up guardrails.
It was during a grand ceremony held to seek Yanis's guidance, but things took an unexpected turn. It was Kefali who responded instead.
Did something go wrong with the ceremony?
Yes, but those two occurrences were in fact unrelated. Kefali's response was simply a coincidence. On that frosty night with treachery abound, as the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis met her demise, the world-bearing Titan also fell in another corner of the world. Let's keep up with her. This story... she should be the one to tell it.
That thing ahead.
Okay, well this probably will be going on for a bit longer, so I may just call it here because... oh shit, I got an achievement for warping. Keep forgetting that's what the wishes in this are called.
But that's not our destination. We're heading to the left.
This has been at least a 30+ minute epilogue, and I do not have time to do it right now. Maybe I'll do this on the next stream. I'll finish this up and then start on Castorice's quest. Because this is all stuff from 3.1. I'm not even on to 3.2 stuff yet.
I shall uphold the principles of knighthood, champion beauty and courage.
Tell him, Argenti. But that'll be it for this one. Probably will be on playing more League either like Friday or Saturday. And then probably another Zenless stream immediately after that. So I'll slot some time in for Honkai too eventually, I'm sure. But nevertheless, this was still a very successful stream. We got Castorice, we got Bronya, we got Ronmei, we got Castorice's light cone. If only I could get this lucky in real life and win the fucking lottery or something. But I can't complain about my luck when I get it.
Principles of knighthood.
I was like, why is this thing popping up?
Champion beauty.
I got some new banners or something. Alright, anyways, I'm off to bed. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you for the next go-round. Have a good rest of your evening. Sleep tight and good night.
I shall